Okay. What would you say are the biggest hindrances for empowering women in your country?
One of the hindrances is the reluctance of some women to go to school. The girl child sometimes, some of them rush into early marriages. So if you are not educated, it becomes a bit difficult to be empowered. But as the years go by, this situation is changing. You find that in some areas, women have become top-notch intellectuals, even in universities. So the situation is not as it used to be in the past. They are gradually getting education. They are gradually becoming professionals. And you find that in some structures in the country where you never found women, women are excelling.
So, if I hear you correctly, is the lack of education.
Yeah, lack of education in a way, yeah.
Okay, but I thought that is a government issue then.
It's not really a government issue as such, because government has opened schools in nearly all the administrative units. So, and it is free of charge. They don't charge school fees in primary and secondary schools. We pay school fees only at the universities. So it is open to everybody, men and women alike, to be able to obtain education. So sometimes it is maybe parents who don't encourage their girl children to go to school. They think that maybe if they send them to early marriages, it will be a way of maybe getting money.
But they're doing that because of poverty.
Yes, because of poverty.
Yes. So
And
then that
ignorance, not only poverty, but ignorance.
But then doesn't that become then a government issue? Because if the government puts a literacy program in place without taking care of the belly issues, let me put it that way, because people need to survive. Livelihood is an important factor. Now, in Africa, in order for us to go beyond looking at our girls as a source of income, because when they get married, they bring in dowries, they bring in son-in-laws who have money, who will be able to come and get us out of poverty. So we see the girls as commodities for marriage, so that the marriage can in turn help us come out of poverty. So if we don't take care of the poverty issue, then the people will not stop seeing the girls as commodities for marriage. So is there a policy in place for the government to address issues of poverty, so that, because why is it only the girls who are not going to school? The boys are going because they're not seen as that kind of commodity.
Well, a lot of sensitization is going on with respect to that issue. And it gets to a point where even when girls who started school get pregnant, they allow them to give birth and come back to school. They don't dismiss them for getting pregnant. They allow them, give them time to go and give birth and then come back to school. So sometimes, even with the sensitization, there are some people who are adamant. They don't receive this message. They take all their time to be able to follow steps that government has laid down for them. But it's going to be an issue where, especially in the rural areas, where some traditions, some women, maybe because of some traditional titles they hold, they feel that it will obstruct them to further their education.
Okay. Thank you so much. Honorable